Chapter 13, Operation Warp Speed and President Trump. On April 2020, Tawny Bruce reported on a research related to Heolite. The research conducted by I2 Bioscience Incorporated and Cedars-Sinai was announced in the press release on April 21, 2020. It referenced the use of ultraviolet light through an endotracheal catheter as a potential treatment for coronavirus and other respiratory infections. Apparently, the technology was first developed in 2016 at Cedars-Sinai by a team led by Mark Pimentel as an antiviral and antibacterial treatment. Heolite was also considered a promising treatment for bacterial infections and ventilator-associated pneumonia. Dr. Pimentel of Cedars-Sinai stated, "Our team has shown that administering a specific spectrum of UVA light can eradicate viruses in infected human cells, including coronavirus and bacteria in the area, while preserving healthy cells." The message was unequivocal. President Trump followed the science and stated, "Supposing we hit the body with a tremendous, whether it is UV or just powerful light, which you can do through the skin or some other way, and I think you are going to test that too. It sounds interesting." This was like winning the Mega Million lottery for some biased journalists and experts. Shortly after Shawnee Bruce report, the Washington Post insulted President Trump with this piece of science that he followed. On April 27th, Paige Winfield Cunningham published an article in the Washington Post titled, "Sunlight Does Kill Coronavirus, but Not the Way Trump Suggested." In her enthusiasm to attack President Trump, she did lousy detective work because most researchers do not agree that sunlight can kill coronavirus. It would have been great if her claim was true. Her opinion was that not inside the body, as President Trump has mused, and that it is safe to say that medical community does not believe shining a light into one's mouth is an effective way to treat COVID-19. Michelle Cohen Marl went a step further. She did not even need a reference to light to go after President Trump. On April 28th, she promptly referenced President Trump in her piece on science in Wired.com for his statement about the ultraviolet or just a powerful light. In her mind, the information from Bill Bryan's unpublished data about the effect of higher outdoor temperatures and humidity on COVID-19 led President Trump to riff to Dr. Deborah Birx and make the statement, "I did not know that higher outdoor temperatures and humidity can magically turn into ultraviolet light." It's sad that the journalists can distort facts so much to support their wrong theories and political agenda. Attacking President Trump without adequate knowledge of the background was not healthy criticism, but rather quackery. The widespread dissemination of such nonsense reflects the deteriorating standards of journalism, lack of basic decency, and lack of respect for the president elected by the majority of the Americans. Nobody could have anticipated these special aspects of the pandemic, not prevented it. Describing President Trump's decisions as comorbidity under the circumstances showed a total lack of understanding of the realities of this pandemic. Failures in 2020 were like the shock and damages from Pearl Harbor attacks. Failures in 2021 were like if the U.S. Army was defeated in the Battle of Midway. By 2021, there were the vaccines, enough understanding of the infection, and better mechanisms to prevent the pandemic. Instead of blaming President Trump for the 2020 deaths, the increase in the number of deaths from 350,000 in 2020 to 415,000 in 2021 should have been prevented. The politicians and experts should have put this money where the mouth is instead of making false opinions and allegations.